Hello all, and welcome to our first episode of SKP. I am your host, Stephen Alexander.
And I am Corinne Harris.
In today's episode, we will discuss just exactly who we are outside of being television personalities. We will also talk about success in college and how you can prepare yourself as a college student. Okay, so first, let us start out with introducing ourselves. My name is Stephen Alexander, and I'm a sophomore here at Austin Peay State University.
So where did you go before here?
Well, I went to Joe Burns High School. That's where I'm from, Cedar Hill, Adams, Tennessee. And I went to Joe Burns High School. So the school was small, very small population school, a country school. And I got a good education there, you know, despite of it being so small.
So was it just 9th through 12th graders, or
well,
how was it?
At our school, it was 6 through 12.
Oh, that would be so awesome.
So, yeah, it was great. At our school, it was 6 through 12, and in the other school, it was like from pre-K to 5th. So at our school, we got to deal with the middle schoolers and the high schoolers. So it was really cool experience.
Now, were you driving or were you riding a bus?
Well, my first, through middle school and all the way up to about sophomore year, I was riding the bus. Then I started driving because I was like sick of riding that bus. It was time to start
Standing
driving.
outside in the rain.
It's cold outside. You stand there waiting on the bus. Sometimes they don't come on time. So it was just time, you know, to start driving. So that's when I started driving. I started driving my junior year of high school.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what is your major?
My major is broadcast television.
Ooh,
here in the
just like
communications
me.
department. Yeah, and my minor is theater.
So what inspired you to minor in theater?
Well, I always liked television, like directing. I always think that's really cool, even when I was a kid. And what I like about it is you can, the acting portion, you can be yourself in someone else's mode, someone else's character, but you could bring your characteristics out into that character to make that character better. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So it was. That's why I like it.
You know, I can act too, so if you need any tips or anything, just ask me.
All right, then we might be in somebody's show. You never know.
Maybe be in Tyler Perry movie or something.
You never know. You never know.
So what are some things you like to do?
Well, what I like to do most, I love spending time with my family. I'm a very family-oriented guy. I like my friends. I love hanging out with my friends. I like to just chill.
So what is there to do in Clarksville with your friends? Because, you know, I'm not from here.
We come to Clarksville, we might come and eat, but we do our thing in Nashville. Because there ain't a lot of things to do up here. But when we do hang out, we find things to do, and then we live in the country, so we can go out in the field and just, you know, roll around in the hay or something other like that and have a good time like that. So
anything with your family events coming up or anytime soon?
Well, I know we don't have anything planned until the holidays. Normally we hang out during, you know, Christmas, Thanksgiving. I know Thanksgiving's coming up, so we'll be doing things, you know, during Thanksgiving and hanging out. And I'll get to see some people I haven't seen in years and stuff like that. So it'll be cool. And I'm ready for the food.
Oh, anything special with Sunday dinner?
Sunday dinner? Well, we have Sunday dinner. Yeah, we do have Sunday dinner. We don't, I guess that's not really a holiday, but we have that just about every Sunday. My big mama, which is my grandmother, she cooks just about every Sunday. And even when she don't cook, there's something at that house to eat all the time.
Some chicken and dressing?
She just started pulling stuff out the refrigerator, and I'm like, where all this stuff coming from? Because, you know, I didn't see you cook it.
Yeah.
But she just has stuff
probably
packed
cook it the night before and then just heat it up after church.
She has stuff cooked from a week ago. She put in the freezer and take it back out, kind of stuff. You know, grannies always have it together.
Yeah, ain't nothing like grandma's cooking.
Ain't nothing.
I miss my grandma cooking. She's 2 hours away. So
2 hours away?
I have to just cook on my own or eat at fast food.
So what do you, well, just tell us about you. Like, who are you?
Well, my name is Corinne Harris. I'm a junior here at Austin Peay State University. Before I became the Austin Peay, I went to Jackson State Community College, which is in Jackson, Tennessee.
Oh, tell us about that. Did you like?
I like Jackson State. The only thing is I was there for 2.5 years. It's a 2-year community college, but I made the mistake of not meeting with my advisor. So I was just trying to create my own schedule off this little planner that they give you, and that was just a totally mistake.
I hope our viewers listen to that, because
yeah, always meet with your advisor, Because don't do what I did, and you end up being in college way longer than you have to. But I can say I am happy to have an associate's degree, and I graduated with honors. So
See, well, that's good then.
I was involved too. There was always something going
Yeah.
on at Jackson State,
Yeah.
so I'm happy I went there. But before Jackson State, I went to Liberty High School. I didn't want to go to Liberty at first because I was always going to the country schools in Denmark, Tennessee.
Yeah.
So I wanted to go to the South Side.
Yeah.
But since we ended up moving, you know how the school zone and everything work, I went
Yeah.
to Liberty. But some good things came out of Liberty. I was in junior ROTC, FBLA, DECA.
Goodness.
It was just so much going on, but I'm happy I did everything
So
there.
you did a lot in I did a lot in high school too. Like, I was in Key Club and
So tell
things
us
like
about
that.
Key Club. I never heard of that.
Well, I mean, Key Club is practically just. It's kind of like where we're helping our community out the best way
Okay.
we can do. You know, we try to stay positive and trying to shed light on our community. So it was a great experience because, like I said, like you get to meet with so many different people and you don't know people's stories. So it's great to just kind of help people and
That
when
is
they need help.
awesome.
You
I
know,
would love to do that.
and we did. I also did AFL, and AFL is like acting for life. And we went around to different schools in the Robertson County School District, teaching kids about adolescent stuff, you know, drugs, alcohol, sex, and things like that. Just being more aware of what you're doing and how you're doing these things. Because let's face it, we all know someone who is in some sort of category, and as a part of being a young adult, you have to find out, is this right for me?
Yes.
It's about peer pressure, making sure you're not feeling pressure to do something you don't want to
That'd
do.
be something nice to bring on campus.
It would be nice.
Maybe you can start that too.
Maybe so. It would be nice. Like we need something like that.
Exactly.
So what other stuff were you involved in high school?
That's about it. You know, that was probably like 4 years ago, so it really is kind of hard to think about that at the time. But I did like FBLA and DECA.
Oh.
DECA is like the marketing pal. So, you know, we would go to different competitions, and I even went to state. And I started out as a runner for DECA. You know, I was scared to compete and everything at first. So I'll just go to the meeting and just run people like, hey, it's time for you to come compete. Like, let's go. And then they were missing somebody too for a competition. So I was like, well, I guess I'll do it. Then I ended up making it to state.
Oh, wow. So that's cool. So what is your major and what's your major and minor?
My major is broadcast media and my minor is event planning. I was going to do business at first, but I was like, you know what? Business probably don't fit me. So let me do something else, which is event planning, because I was inspired to do event planning because of my mom. My mom is big on decorating. She do bridal showers, weddings, gender reveals, birthday parties. And like for the birthday parties, she does the Mickey Mouse. What are some other things? She can do ammo. She can do
That's
it
cool.
all.
So she can do all that.
She can. She just woke up it's like one day she just woke up and next thing you know, she could just decorate.
Wow.
So now like with the decorating, I actually want to open up a business and just help people plan parties. So you know what, let me take this off your hand, just put it in my mom's hand and my hand, and we could just plan this whole thing for you.
Right. So, okay, what are your hobbies? Because you sound like a busy person. You're always doing something, and you know, you like event planning. So in order to like that kind of stuff, you have to be a well-rounded person. Mm-hmm. So what do you like? What you do?
I like to talk, first of all. I can talk so much. Sometimes I may talk some of my family or friends to sleep, but hey, I just like to talk. I like to sing. I can't sing as good, but you know what? I feel like I can sing since I was in my church choir.
Yeah.
So, you know, I actually love the song, and everybody in the audience was just up and just clapping their hands. So, you know, I feel like I can sing. Maybe I should go on the show and start singing, you know?
Go on Muses. You can sing from Muses. Like, that's awesome, though.
They may have to tweak the sound a little bit to make it sound good.
well, I mean, but still, you sing it with I'm not going to even say anything, but I'm just going to stay on script. But that's good though, because a lot of people are shy when it like for me. I mean, I sing, but I feel like it sounds so bad. I just be quiet. You know, I don't say nothing.
You know, the best time when you can practice singing is in the shower. You know, everybody sounds good when they're singing in the shower.
That's true. That's true. And like, well, when I do sing, most of the time I'm at home by myself because I know my mom, she don't want to hear all that.
Come knocking on the door, stay there.
Like, be quiet. Or she'll probably say, that's just awful, you know. But, you know, I still try, I guess.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. So I guess my next question is for you. Why did you choose your career path?
I chose it because based off my mom, how she was planning events, and I wanted to do something like that. You know, my mom, or sometimes, you know, your parents inspire you. And
Yeah.
one person in my life who inspired me is my mom. Without my mom, I don't know what I'd be doing. I don't know if I'll probably be in college right now, because she has a big impact on my life.
Yeah,
And I
I
can't
agree.
forget my dad. He has a big impact too. And just my mom, you know, me and her kind of have like the same personality. She always upbeat, always wants you to do your best in everything you
Yeah.
do. She likes making people happy, like taking situations and problems off your hands and putting it in her hands.
I see, and I like what you just said about education, because education is very important in my family as well. My mother is a college graduate, and my father is too. My grandmother is as well, and she graduated. She has a doctor's degree,
Oh, that's
doctoral
exactly
degree,
what I
or whatever.
want.
So she's been through master's school, and to get her PhD, and she works here on campus. She's a
That is
professor here on
awesome.
campus. So that's
What
one of
department
the
she works in?
biology department in the Sunquest building. Dr. Burton, Dr. Burton. But like she, I just think it's really cool what she has accomplished. I think that's awesome.
Because we can accomplish the same thing.
We can, and that's the thing. With being college students, you can accomplish anything you want to accomplish, as long as you know this is for you. This is what I need to do for myself. Don't let nobody else stop you.
Especially if you have positive people pushing you to do what you want to do, and have people in your family who actually motivate you.
Right, and then as far as like career paths, just know what you want to do and
Exactly.
don't second guess that. Well, I guess we must take a quick break, but when we return, we will just discuss how you can be a successful college student, and just stay tuned with us. And you're watching SKP.
Welcome back, guys. So I have a question for you all. What exactly does it take to be a successful college student? Well, I think first off, which is most important, is time management. You have to have time management in order to be a successful college student. So one way to deal with time management is get you an agenda book that has like the actual time in there, like the 6 o'clock or 6:30 or 7, and that way you can plan out your whole day.
I mean, I believe being a successful college student, it just consists of the same things. Like, you need to make sure that you're managing your time.
Exactly.
Because you can't be successful if you're not managing your time. And, college homework is a lot different than high school homework.
It
High school
is.
homework, they say, do this, read chapter 2, and here's some vocabulary and fill that out. No, college is like, read chapter 2, do the vocabulary, which is not in the book, that I expect you to already know.
Come back for a quiz on Monday.
And come back for the quiz. I'm gonna give you a study guide. You get that study guide, you read the study guide, and it's nothing like
I hate when that happens. It's like, if I have a study guide, can that be exactly how my test looks?
Exactly, but the thing is, I notice it helps us for the better. It helps you to realize that it's not just the answer. How do you get the answer? Because you can answer something in so many ways, but how are you going to answer that question? So that's what college teaches you. And another success factor of being a college student is making sure you get your rest. Go to sleep.
Yes. Don't stay up all night on social media. I know sometimes I don't go to bed till like 2 or 3 in the morning, and I have a 9 o'clock class. I wake up and I'm like, do I have to go today? But I know I'm paying for my education, so I need to actually go and not be a failure. Because I don't want to fail my parents, and I know they invest time in going to college, invest their money. So, I want to make them proud, make my niece and nephew proud.
Exactly.
And also, you got to get engaged. It's always nice to get engaged in the classroom, also outside of school.
Yeah.
Don't be the one in class, the professor talking, and you don't know what he's talking about. Raise your hand. Just say, I don't know what you're talking about. Can you explain? And most professors, they'll be more than happy to explain what they're talking about.
And a lot of people don't realize that they think, well, I don't want to say nothing. I don't want to, I don't want to mess up nothing. No, say it. This is because I'm not spending my money just to be sitting in class not knowing what's going on. And that's the truth. You need to know what's going on. So it's very important to ask questions. And also, too, just remember, failure does not mean that you are dropping off the tolling pole. It just means that sometimes you're going through something and sometimes you just fail. Like, for example, just being real with y'all. So last week I had an exam in my stats class, which stats is really hard. I didn't bomb it. I didn't make an F on it, but I did make a D. I made like a high D or something like that. And I did not like that.
Okay.
And that's another thing too, guys. Don't stress. Try not to stress too much, because stress will eat you up alive.
Tell us how it ate you up alive.
Okay, so look. So I took it home with me. I took the stress home with me after I got the test score. So I got the test score after I took the test. So I took the test like around midday, got the score back around the evening time. And it just really bothered me because I was like, I studied, and that's another thing, studying. Like I studied for this, and I really did study. And my teacher allows you to have like a little cheat sheet with you.
Which is awesome.
It is awesome. And I had that cheat sheet. It was filled out and everything. So like I get there, take the test. I'm like, I got this. Turn it in. It's like, what'd you make? I'm like, an A? I made an A. Like, what you talking about? I made an A. And then he's like, all right, we'll see. And then when I checked it that evening, I was like, oh man. Like it just discouraged me. Like it made me feel like I studied for this and I actually put aside time to write this out. How come I didn't get what I thought I should have got?
Exactly.
Like it really bothered me. So that night, I was taking my shower. And when I took my shower, I just started thinking about it. Like it just got in my head. And it just made me so upset. And I wouldn't think about it no other time. But all of a sudden I started thinking about it. And then that's when it happened. I just fell in the shower. I'm dead serious. I fell in the shower. Just thinking about all that stress. Because when stress gets to you real good, it just makes
pass out.
You know what I'm saying? It just messes you up.
But you got back up.
You know
that song, We Fall Down, but we get up. And that's exactly what you did.
I got up. I tried to, but before I got up, I thought I was going to call Life Alert. I'm serious.
Help! I've fallen and I can't get up.
Because I was sitting there. I was like, what's wrong with me? Because I don't be falling like that.
We're going to get you that number so you can wear that necklace. So next time you fall, you can just press that button.
Where I live at, by the time they come, I'll be dead.
Was anybody home at the time?
My mom was.
Did she come check
No.
on you?
And I know she heard it because it was a big old boom, because I'm not a lightweight. So I know she heard it. So when I got out the shower, I'm going down to my room. She knocked out, sleep, snoring. But I guess the point is, I know I'm talking and blabbing, but the point is, if you fall, just get back up. Like, don't stress out about it too much. But just make sure the next time you go in, like, okay, I'm going to try to do better than what I did before. If you gave it your all, then you can't worry about that.
Exactly.
And another factor of being a successful college student is communication with your teachers.
Exactly. If you feel like you did bad on the test, you can always email your professor and see what else you can do next time, or how can you bring up your grade. And one thing I learned is studying with groups of people also can help your grades, because if we're all studying for biology, I may not understand this, but my friend may understand this subject and can teach me, because sometimes you can learn from your peers.
Yeah.
And also there's videos on YouTube, there's free tutoring on campus, so make sure you take advantage of those.
It's in the Marks building, guys. It's in the Marks building. Marks. I think it's 124. But it's there to help you. Like you said, this is what the teachers are there for too. If you communicate with them and let them know, hey, this is what's going on and I don't understand this, they'll be glad to help you.
Exactly.
And also too, with being successful, make sure that you're being a well-rounded person. Like I know a lot of people on campus, like myself, I don't live on campus, but I try to stay and get involved as much as I can. Some things I can't get involved with because it's just, you don't want to overload yourself.
Yes,
Make
exactly.
sure you take on what you can take on. Don't try to, have 5 things and then you have to do, your homework assignment, because your homework is key. So just make sure you have that together. So I believe that's a part of being a successful college student. And when we come back, we'll talk more about college and how you could be successful. We are back. So Corinne, what would be the best advice you could give, I guess, any freshman on campus?
I would say work hard And if you also need help, you can always reach out to your professors or even some of your peers. And I will say, make time for yourself. Don't get caught up in so much studying that you don't make time for yourself. For me, if I'm probably stressed out, I go get my nails done or I go get my toes done. I can't get my hair done right now because I have braids. But if I didn't have braids, I'll be at the beauty shop. And, you know, that take about 2 or 3 hours. Sometimes it can take more than that, just depending on what you get done.
Right, right.
Because I know for braids, it can take over 8 hours, but this actually took 12 hours to get done. So that took up most of my day. Also, what I can say is make friends on campus. So if you don't have anything to do, you can always go out with your friends, even just to get some lunch in a UC or actually go out to somewhere in Clarksville or Nashville. But Nashville on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, that's the place to be in Nashville.
But like, okay, so with going to Nashville, let me just say, like, being successful, you can go to Nashville, but make sure you got that homework done.
Exactly.
You got that test, that quiz
most
that's due
important.
done. Make sure you have all what you're supposed to have done before you have any fun. I mean, it's good. Well, let me rephrase that. Have fun, but know your priorities as a freshman. Because a lot of times, you know, the experience of being on campus is so new that it's like, oh my goodness, like, what do I do? What do I do? But you lose focus of what your core value is and why you're here. So make sure you stay focused on that at all times, you know.
And if you're hanging around positive people who can uplift you or be like, let's get our work done before we go to BB King's and go listen to some music or go eat some good old barbecue, just make sure you hang around people who want to be successful like you, because if you're not hanging around people who have the same values as you, it can bring you down.
And two, also with being a college student and a freshman, make sure, because there are people on campus who will target you and they'll try to get you to, you know, will persuade you to doing things that you know is out of your core value of doing. So just make sure that you know who you are as a person. And if you know it's not right, don't do it. Because 9 times out of 10, a lot of people do not care about you. I'm just being honest, they don't. So you have to know, like, what you're here for and focus on that. And with making friends, show yourself as friendly to make friends, you know, get involved.
Exactly.
There's something wrong with being, you know, talking and communicating with people, because, I mean, at the end of the day, some of these people will be your strongest connections. That's very important. If you don't get anything
important
else.
too.
Yeah, networking is very, very important. So make sure, you know, you're kind to people, get people's numbers, and, like, befriend people in all sorts of different aspects for majors, because, like, here, like, don't just be friends with people in the communications department. Go out to the business.
Yeah, the
Go out to
nursing,
the
anything.
Yeah, I mean, because you just don't know who can help you.
Exactly.
What else would you say for being successful as a
I
freshman?
totally agree with what you just said. Make sure you do your network too, because you never know who. Just like if I was in biology, you know, your grandmother, she teaches in that department. So, you know, if I'm be like, oh, I need help, see if it's after hours with biology, what can I do? And then, you know, your grandmother may be able to help me after hours of school. It's just all about networking. Just like me and you, we actually met in the communication department. And it was just my first time here coming to a meeting. Next thing you know, we both are producing our show together. We're networking.
So you never, I'm glad you brought that up, because seriously, like, this is how we produce SKP. This is new. And so we coming to you new, you know? So we just got a chance to communicate with one another and, you know, get to know each other in order to have a show.
And I feel like we've been knowing each other all our lives.
Exactly.
I feel like he's my brother.
See?
We talk like almost every other day. We probably text each other.
We do.
Even though my phone messed up, I may not always respond to his text message or phone call at the time, but I'll eventually get to it because I need a new phone. It's time to upgrade. I'm ready for the iPhone to come out, the iPhone 8. Or I may get the iPhone X.
It's already.
Is it out?
Well, it's not.
You can pre-order.
You can pre-order.
But yeah,
like you said, when you're talking to people, just make sure you know, have that connection, and you know how we keep in contact. Just keeping in contact with people, and also as a freshman, contact your family. Let them know what's going on, because they want to know. I don't want to say that, but I guess, like, don't tell them everything you're doing, because you are a college student, so that's a part of you being your own person. Just be you, and also be mature about it. Like, when I say don't tell them stuff, just be an adult. It's time to be an adult here in college.
Yeah.
So, you know, you don't have to tell them your every move, but they are concerned, especially those of you who are, you know, living here on campus and live, you know, across the states or wherever. So that way they know what's going on with you.
Yeah, tell them about the college experience, because I know some parents, they didn't get to finish college.
No.
So, you know, just hearing them telling them that you having fun, it just make them excited. Like, I'm so happy you went to Austin Peay University. You're having so much fun. You're getting involved on campus or anything like that.
Yeah, they just want to know. They just want to, and then they want to brag too. They want to say, this is what my baby's doing.
Put it all on Facebook or social media. And one thing, be careful what you put on social media, because that will follow you. Like, we're going into journalism. We just can't be posting out drinking, all that on social media, because it will follow you. It will come up in your career.
Yes, it will.
It will. I watch a lot of TV about that.
Don't think those people can't find it, because they will.
Once it's out there, it's out there.
Yeah.
You may delete it, but
exactly,
they can find
but
a way.
Out there. Well, thank you all for tuning in to SKP today. We hope you guys have enjoyed our first show, and you guys can follow us in our entire communications department programs on YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. The name is APSU-TV. And again, thanks for watching, and remember to always, let's go Peay.